Hey everybody, this video will share with you my top 10 tips for the exam day. Massive thank you for watching. I want you to leave me a comment if you have got any top tips of your own, and then click that like button and don't forget to subscribe. AS exam starts this week and the A-levels start next week, so here is my tips to help you prepare for that all-important exam day. Tip number 1, make sure that you know the exam paper, the layout, the questions, how many that there are, how many marks, how long to spend on each, what is the wording, which ones will have an item, which ones don't, which 10 markers can you evaluate on, which ones you cannot. Just know that paper inside out. Why? Because when you get in there on that day, you want to open that exam paper and know exactly what to do. You don't want to be wasting precious time thinking, what sections am I answering, how long should I be spending, do I get marks for evaluating? That wastes time and every minute is precious. Tip number 2 is timings. So work out your timing. So if the exam starts at 9:30, what time should you be moving on? So for example, on A-level paper 1, you should be answering the 10 marker at 9:45 a.m, the 30 marker at 10 a.m, the methods in context at 10:45, and the last question at 10:15 at the latest. You can work it out in advance and note that down. This leads me to tip number 3, get yourself a watch. Students tell me that once that they are in that exam, that they are in the zone. They are so focused on the exam paper that lifting your head to check the time, even for a microsecond, can break that concentration. So get yourself a cheapy watch. The one on the screen is $9.99 from Argos. I am not paid for endorsements. I just googled it, okay? And have it on your desk so you can check that time without lifting your head. You do not want to be walking into that exam with a smartwatch. Having that invigilator asking you to remove it psychologically is not the best way to start off your exam. So please make sure that your watch complies with exam regulations. If you are like me, suffering from hay fever and for some reason allergic to the exam hall, yes, I was the one that was coughing my head off in the exam. Everybody knew it was me. The more I coughed, the hotter I got. I was dead paranoid and it just made it all worse. So if you are able to, get yourself some mints or a drink just in case. Just check it with the invigilator, but you know who you are if you are like me. Tip number 5 goes without saying. Drink loads and have a good night's sleep. But just remember, not too much. You might need the toilet in the exam. Just get that balance right. Tip number 6, the most important meal of the day. Not quite sure about that. Every meal is the most important for me, but regardless, please eat a good breakfast on that morning. Fuel the body, fuel the mind. Tummy rumbles just puts everybody off. Tip number 7 for me is an important one. Don't dress for the weather you want. Instead, dress for the climate that you are going to get. Sports halls are freezing, even in the middle of summer. It ain't a fashion contest. Just make sure you're comfortable, make sure that you're warm. Tip number 8, avoid over-analysing after the exam. What is done is done. It is out of your control. Remember, there are always different ways that you can answer exam questions. So if your friend has put something different down to you, it doesn't mean that one of you is wrong. Just chill, relax, focus, move on. Next exam, please. Tip number 9, stop comparing yourself to others. Your friend might ace paper 1, you might be better at paper 2. So what? Just be positive. Final tip, number 10, rest and recovery. Your brain is like a muscle, like an athlete that will train and perform, but will also have rest days. Rest and recovery is also an important aspect of an exercise program because it allows the body time to repair and strengthen itself between a workout. So think of your brain like that also. Have a break after the exam, then get back to it. As always, massive thank you for watching. Those were my top 10 tips for the exam day. If you've got any questions, you pop them in the comments below. More importantly, if you've got any tips of your own, I would love to hear them. If you've got any questions, you pop them in the questions in the comments below as well. Please click like, please subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Bye.